All right. And so here we are with John Lavoie and with John Lavoie Training. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dennis. How are you?
Good. It's good to be on with you. Yeah, I would love to hear a little bit about, just share with everyone, what it is, what your business is and what it is that you do.
Well, I've been in the personal training, working in the field probably for about 6, 7 years now. Graduated UVM around 2013, studying exercise science. Been in Boston maybe 2 or 3 years now, kind of having my own business. It's been good.
Great. And yeah, what precisely is your business? Like it's personal training. Yeah, share a little bit more about what you do.
So, I'm a certified specialist in strength and conditioning, but I'll take clients of various ages, anywhere from a youth client up to someone that may be like 96 and in a nursing home. We'll work on their nutrition programs, helping them to lose weight, gain muscle mass, work on their athletic performance, maybe prepare for their first triathlon, marathon, anything like that. My specialties really lie in the field of triathlon through personal experience. I do a lot of Olympic weightlifting, and I do some competitive dance as well.
Great. Yeah. And I'm one of your clients and one of your triathlon clients, and hopefully I'm in the youth category. But yeah, so, you're obviously a high touch business, you're there getting close to your clients, and this has obviously really changed how you deliver your services. So yeah, can you walk us through how the adaptations that you've made and, how that's kind of affected you?
Yeah, so COVID-19's been, really tough on obviously everyone, gyms in particular, because we're not defined as the essential services. So the governor, obviously, of Boston, essentially ordered the shutdown of all the gyms until May or further notice. So our brick and mortar locations in Somerville and Brighton were shut down. So the first week that happened was a little bit of a shock, I think, for everybody. Was just trying to kind of get my mindset in check with what was going on. Because it's tough, right? You still have to pay your expenses like your rent and, for your home, for your business, utilities, all this stuff. It's just, it keeps rolling whether your business is there or not, or there's a crazy epidemic. So after a little bit of critical thinking, first step that I did was reaching out to all of my current clients or even some of the recent past clients and just letting them know, like, okay, the gym may be closed at this time, but I'm going to try to transition everyone to an online format. So I got myself a Zoom Pro account just because it allows you to have meetings that are an hour or more without issues. I tried Skype and FaceTime and other free methods. They weren't working properly, so that was bad. But then I started getting all of my current clients, on weekly schedules, online training, etc. And then I actually started to pick up some new clients as well. I still have some advertising going through Google and Yelp, a little bit of Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing. And I'm still actually getting new clients that way. I got a new client in California the other day that found me online. So I do stress that, business owners don't stop advertising or pushing themselves because now is actually a prime time to, it's a different kind of business, but there's a whole other market out there. And, before the pandemic, I actually felt that one of my weaknesses was, my online training or using social media like YouTube and everything else to really push the business and make income. I always focus on the in-person appointments, my brick and mortar location, etc. And now I've basically been forced to, take an online system that I'm fairly new to and, gross at least 8K a month or more in order to kind of survive. So it's been interesting.
Wow. So yeah, you made that change pretty quickly, and sounds like it's working out for you, and you're maybe even moving into newer markets. I'm not so sure a person from California is going to come to your Somerville gym, but you can definitely deliver that. So, how do you see that moving forwards? What changes are you going to make in your service delivery as we begin to open things up in the next few months?
Well, I think as things start to open up, I'm going to use the online one as, I suppose, a supplementary point of the business. So, I was on my way to making all the revenue I needed to pay my loans back and everything else with the brick and mortar location. So if I can keep the intensity going that I did before with the in-person location, then add the online training that I'm commencing now and kind of merge them together as one, then it's actually going to put my business at a whole new level. Taking a positive coming out of this versus a negative. And I've also recently got hired by a fitness app company. So there's a lot of PR relations that I'm working with the company, which is always good to do. Get yourself out there in the media, professional interviews, whatever you can do to endorse your company.
Wonderful. Yeah. So like different avenues and like, different revenue streams and yeah. So that's really cool. So how has this affected you personally, John? I know you're a huge like fitness fanatic, and you really take care of yourself. You've been able to do that, during the shutdown.
I have. I think, from a mental standpoint, it's extremely tough on everyone. For example, like I'm married, so spending more time with the wife can be good and bad. We're used to working 16-hour work days and seeing each other 1 to 2 hours a day. And now maybe we have to share the space a little more, so that can be tough. And then, I'm fortunate enough to be a gym owner, so I can kind of, besides just going to the grocery store every day, I can put on my mask, go to the gym, and do some barbell exercises, which keeps me in a happy place. It keeps me mentally kind of sane. I know a lot of people don't have access to that right now, which is unfortunate. But a lot of us that are avid athletes, we use this as almost a religion to keep our minds in a healthy place. And I've been fortunate enough to kind of continue my regular exercise routine during the pandemic, and I feel blessed for that, and it's been good.
Right. Taking the business hat off for a second, what general advice would you have for somebody that's staying in their home quite a lot right now, as far as how they can keep their mind, their body fit and active, as they're probably, not getting out to the gym, then, maybe feel they can't go out so much. What advice would you have for them?
I really advise them to be active every day. I mean, even if you're stuck in a tiny, tiny apartment, you can still do cardio every day, walking around the apartment, doing certain body weight exercises, something as simple as high knees, step ups, jumping jacks. These are enough things to kind of get your heart racing, maybe put on some good music that you like, and, do some resistance training too. I mean, resistance training about 3-4 days a week. It's really important for your muscles, your skeleton, and your mind, of course. Um, and like a quick tip is, if you have like a gallon of water from the store and that's filled, that's going to be about a 9-pound dumbbell that costs you like $2, and it's not going to be sold out because you just get it at the grocery store. So doing simple fixes like that around your home can be really nice to keep you active. Like I said, some people like to meditate at least like 10 minutes a day. There's fun apps out there to help you with that. And then you really got to stay on top of your nutrition. So we're obviously at home now more, and some of us just want to sit around and probably eat all day, and that's not always the best approach. I personally try some intermittent fasting. So if I still want to get in maybe some pasta or some pizza, not just eat like skinless chicken salad all day long. Intermittent fasting has allowed me to still kind of eat a more ambitious diet, but I just have to kind of stay busy throughout the day and then have a nice good meal kind of towards the end of the day.
Oh yeah, that's great advice. So get out every day, watch what you're eating. And for me, like the big challenge is, walking past the refrigerator sort of in the office all the time, going from meeting to meeting. So, any advice that when we're in the grocery store or things to be picking up that, are going to be useful for us?
Well, I would say at this time it would be ideal to obviously get fresh ingredients, produce, and everything else, things that are not highly processed. But of course, because of the times, we're all looking for things that are going to last. So ideally, you can get some frozen fruits and veggies. Maybe stock up on some brown rice or something. You really do need to get things that are going to last. I personally love milk. They make freeze dried milk, so you can always stock up on those supplies. We obviously love having our fresh fruit, dairy, vegetables, etc., but it can be tough during this time period in the stores. Plus, it's not always safe to be going out, every couple of days to the grocery store. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Great advice. Well, John, it sounds like you've really made the transition to online. You've got a plan, and you're moving forwards, and you're going to be in good shape when things begin to open up a little more. So, if there's anybody that's watching this, they want to reach out to you, your website, and what's the best way for them to contact you if they want to find out a little more about your services?
They can always go to johnlavoietraining.com. That's an easy way to contact me. There's a contact form on there. I think my cell phone number is on there. You can always email. Dennis can give you the information. Just let me know if you have any questions about your at-home workout routines. I'm happy to help. We always do a couple appointments free of charge, so always happy to set a meeting.
Great. Well, John, it's been a pleasure catching up. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm really missing our 4:30 a.m. on a Monday morning workouts over in Brighton. Hopefully they return very soon.
Yep, love those 4 a.m. workouts. They're a joy.
All right, great. Well, you have a great day, John. Thanks so much for sharing all of that.
Thanks for having me, Dennis.
Thanks. Bye-bye.